Can you imagine being taken away from your home and sold into slavery? This happens every day to thousands of people. Slavery is a trade of humans for labor and other services. Human trafficking is illegal, but it's common today. It's the practice of kidnapping people for prostitution, forced labor, and other forms of exploitation. The most common people who are susceptible to becoming victims of human trafficking are children, women, and immigrants, because they're off the map, so nobody's there to account for them. Forced labor is another form of slavery. It's often called bonded labor, like the debt bondage. They're so far in debt that they can't repay what they need to, and they're forever working their debt off, which is a vicious cycle. Involuntary domestic servitude is where the people go, they sign up for a job, and all of a sudden they're a slave. They're working for free, they have no way out of it, and oftentimes violence and other forms of abuse are forced upon them. When we think of slavery, we often think of the Civil War, the times of the 1800s. In 1850, one slave would be worth about $40,000, or the price of a house. Today, one slave is worth $90. I don't know about you, but sometimes I go out to dinner and my dinner is more than $90. A quote by Gloria Steinem is, "Slavery still exists. Indeed, it is more diverse and entrenched than it ever was before." This is so impacting because so many people do not know about the modern day slave trade, and they really should. The ways we can stop it is through awareness through our communities, our schools, and our religious centers. Today, a prominent issue on the news is ISIS. ISIS is an extremist Islam group, and they go into villages who refuse to convert to Islam, and they basically destroy them. They kill the men who are over age 10, like they did to Jana's village. She lost her father and her brother to the ISIS violence. She was 19 years old, hoping to become a doctor, just finishing up her high school degree, and she all of a sudden was found in this forced and indentured servitude. Out of 2,500 women who were taken by ISIS and forced into living conditions that were like a 3-story building that was with hundreds of women stuffed into it, and men would just come and take 3-4 women at a time and have their way. They only 100 rescued, including herself, and that's just one situation. There's between 21 to 36 million people today in slavery. That is a huge issue, and people need to know about it. Let's stop being silent and start speaking up for those who can.